Now see the types of exocrine glands. Type of exocrine glands. On the basis of their mode of secretion, exocrine glands can be classified as merocrine gland, apocrine, and holocrine glands. Mero, apo, holocrine gland. And what is that? Suppose this is a glandular structure. This is a gland. And suppose this gland is secreting, these cells are secreting certain kind of chemicals. Now it is present inside the cells only. And after the secretory activity, what happens? Both cells are completely intact in their position, and only the secretion comes out into the duct. So cells are completely intact, no destruction of the cellular structure, only the secretions comes out. So in a gland where only secretions comes out, that is the part of merocrine gland. And if there is structure like this, here secretions get accumulated here, and after the secretion, certain part of cellular membrane suppose this is the secretion of the cells, and when the secretions comes out, it pinches off the part of apical cell membrane, and what happens? The part of cellular membrane also get detached from the apical part, and in the form of vesicles, secretions comes out. So there is the loss of the apical cell membrane also, along with the cellular secretion, and this is the part of apocrine secretion. Remember, this is the part of apocrine secretion. And if the structure is like this, first of all, secretions get accumulates here inside the cells only, and after the secretory activity, what happens? Complete cells get ruptured and only the secretions remain here. Complete rupturing of cells takes place for the release of their secretion, and this is the part of holocrine gland. So remember, if only the cell secretions comes out, this is the part of merocrine gland. If the cell secretion comes out along with the apical membrane of the cell, this is called apocrine. And if all the cell burst out and secretions comes out, this is the part of holocrine gland. And remember, example, apocrine gland example is mammary gland. Holocrine gland example is sebaceous gland, and most of the exocrine glands are merocrine. Most of the exocrine glands are merocrine. That's right. So this is the types of exocrine glands depending upon their secretory activity. And for the remembrance, we can remember like this. In the mammary gland, A appears after M. This A may be for apocrine and this M is for mammary gland. MA. A stands for apocrine. So one example is of apocrine, one is of holocrine, and most other exocrine glands are merocrine structure. So that's all about the types of glands, exocrine glands, depending upon their mode of secretion. Now, on the basis of their structure, exocrine glands can be further classified into several types. And what is that? Look at here. Type of exocrine glands depending upon their structure. Type of exocrine glands based on structure. And what is that? Depending upon their structure, it may be simple gland or it may be compound gland. And simple gland can be further classified as it may be simple tubular, it may be branched tubular, it may be coiled tubular, it may be simple acinar, and it may be branched acinar. So remember, these are all different type of simple glands. That is simple tubular. This is called branched tubular. This is called coiled tubular. This is called simple acinar, sac-like. This is called branched acinar. And if we talk about compound gland, what is that? This is called compound tubular. This is called compound tubular, and this may be like this. This is called compound acinar. And we have to remember the example of all different type of gland. Like simple tubular is present in our large intestine, large intestinal gland is the example of simple tubular gland. Branch tubular is present in stomach, gastric gland. Coiled tubular is present in sweat gland. Sweat gland is an example of coiled tubular. Simple acinar is present in the part of penile urethra, urethral glands. Branched acinar is the example present in sebaceous gland. Compound tubular is present in male Copper's gland, and compound acinar is present in mammary gland. In somewhere you may find compound tubulo-acinar or compound acinar is also called compound alveolar. So these are the different type of exocrine glands depending upon their structure. Now one more gland is there that is like this. That is like this. And this type of gland is called, compound tubulo-alveolar, and this is the most complex glandular structure that is present in pancreas. It is present in pancreas. That is called compound tubulo-alveolar gland. So that's all about the different types of glandular structure and their classification.